I miss that black guy, Dallas Musk.
That Black Dallas Musk.
Check this out.
Yep.
Episode 15, motherfucker. I love saying motherfucker.
You got problems.
Let's start this episode 15, guys. This is Umair, and that's Lloyd on the other side.
What's up, people?
Oh, I got to make up for the energy. Welcome to Cubicles and Controllers, and we're going to get right into it. What am I playing? I actually just finished Wolfenstein, the New Order yesterday. Yeah, I know. I started playing that like 6 months ago. But with all the other games, I deviated in the middle and went back to it just this past week, and I started playing more, and it is excellent. It still is a good game. The story gets better and better, and I was slightly disappointed with the ending because there was none. It just kind of went into credits, and even after the credits, nothing. Fuck off, Bethesda. But the game is crazy fun, really inventive, really unique in its vision. Hey, man, turn that shit off.
That's actually the alert telling me about that episode 15 is popping off right now.
Let's do this. You want to get in on it? On top of the games I played, Hardline. I got that Battlefield Hardline.
Yep.
Holy crap. The game is actually really good. It's really good. The story is actually really good.
The single player.
Yeah. I will say this. The worst vehicle physics I've ever seen in the last 2 generations of games. Surprising to me that still happens, because Battlefield's known for its vehicle interactions with tanks and planes and everything. The cars move like little kids are playing with Hot Wheels. Oh, it's so bad.
Right now, I am going through my second run through of Shadowrun Hong Kong. It's a PC RPG, sort of, in an isometric perspective. There's a lot of character freedom and narrative freedom and some branching paths in this one. And I love cyberpunk, so it's worked out really good. What I'm looking forward to, what's about to happen, is Metal Gear Solid 5 releases at midnight tonight. So I'll probably play that, and I may live stream it. I might not say much while I'm live streaming, just to start my first real live stream, but I'm going to play it.
So there's 2 videos floating around trying to explain the story to people who don't know it.
Oh, the story is extra convoluted, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, they say that a lot of it really doesn't make sense, but this is how they pieced it together. And I've watched halfway through both videos, because one of them just says it's kind of horseshit. And the other one's like, oh, it's actually really good. You just got to pay attention. And I was like, I don't even have time for the 11-minute video for them to explain it to me. So it's definitely, every footage I see, this game is freaking gorgeous, man. It is gorgeous, but it's not a game I'll be playing.
I think with the open world aspect of it, and the early prequel nature of it, I think you could play this one if you had an interest, because it's open world. It's kind of play it as you see fit. You don't have to know really anything about the other games. So yeah. I don't know.
We'll see. All right, so we'll jump into it. So I wanted to go into some of the news going on in the gaming stuff in the past week.
Okay.
They announced Uncharted 4's release date, March 18th of next year.
Yep.
Which is it's going to be a more important day than my birthday to me next year. And I'm excited. But so they're going to have 4 different editions. The regular $60 game, the special edition, which comes with like a book and some extra fun stuff for $80, and then they have the super deluxe Libertaria. Oh no, it's called Libertalia.
For all of you who have too much money, that is the edition for you.
And I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna buy the $120 one It comes with a 12-inch statue of Drake and all the stuff from the special edition and a bunch of other stuff. And then there's the digital deluxe, which is $80, which is a digital download, but it comes with, Naughty Dog is not really saying season pass, but it'll come with their ongoing DLCs. So it's only $20 more, but it'll come with their story-based DLCs, which is cool. If they pull this off and not make some 5-10 minute fucking video or a DLC, and they actually make an investment, even if I get an hour or 2 hours out of it, I'll be happy with them delivering that, because they're kings of storytelling. And Naughty Dog's not really known for a cash cow kind of thing. They don't seem like a company like EA or WB that want to make pennies upon pennies from the smallest things. So hopefully they pull this off and not pull a WB on Batman. So Mortal Kombat X or 10 was canceled for the old systems, rightfully so. You should be playing PS4 or Xbox One by now. You loser, you just poor people. Get a new system. And on PAX Prime, they released footage for the new Hitman. And I got to tell you.
Oh, I've been watching that.
Oh,
Are you a Hitman fan? Did you play Hitman 2, Blood Money, and Contracts and all that?
Well, here's the thing. I've never played any single Hitman. That was the other game I totally forgot to mention. Hitman Absolute was for free on Xbox Gold a couple months ago, and I downloaded it. What's that? That
was actually Hitman Absolution was one of the weaker Hitman. It was still decent, but it was one of the weaker ones.
But this footage, come on, man. You saw this.
Yes, I did.
Freaking crowd render, how he, it moves and feels and looks like Hitman, like any other footage you've seen. But they took a cue from Naughty Dog and really made his environment very vivid and interactive.
Actually, they've done that before. They've done it. They did it on the PlayStation. Whichever one Contracts was, they had this huge hit that took place in the middle of Mardi Gras. And they had like hundreds of people, and there were so many ways you had to pull off like 3 hits within a certain amount of time. There were so many ways to do it. They've actually done that sort of thing before. It just looks prettier in the current gen, but they're actually pretty good at that.
Yeah. The footage, I watched the whole thing. I was pretty impressed. It looks good. Mad Max reviews came out.
I didn't see those.
This is confusing to me. So IGN gives it 8.5, GameSpot gives it a 6, and Polygon gives it a 5. So one website saying, yeah, it's good. The other one saying, all right, and Polygon saying, meh. That's a wide aspect.
It's different opinions, man. I actually need to look
at I understand that, but usually there's a consensus, kind of a sway. This is a wide range.
You're going to make me look it up.
Meh to, yeah, it's good. And I read the GameSpot one, and they were saying the combat's amazing. It's the open world side that is kind of wonky, that there's not a clear direction on how to really engage in the open world.
When Metal Gear decided to come out, when Metal Gear came out on the 1st, I was really surprised that Mad Max was still going to release on the 1st. And then Metal Gear, like the reviews came out for it like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and they were pretty much all 9s and 10s. And you didn't hear anything about Mad Max until today, which is kind of a bad sign.
Yeah.
You know how it is. If a review is over a certain amount, then you don't have the embargo. If it's not, there's an embargo.
Yeah, for sure. I'm still curious. It's definitely a game I think I'll end up renting. The last thing was the Assassin's Creed movie. They released a shot of Michael Fassbender.
I saw that.
In his costume. A lot of people were like, oh, this is bullshit. Like, he looks like fucking what you would expect a guy to look like in that garb. And on top of that, it's just an early render of the costume. It's not even in place. It's not being used. I remember like all those comic book movies, whenever they show the people ahead of time, you just kind of make fun of them. Like, for instance, Loki. When they released pictures of Thor and Loki before the first Thor movie came out, it looked like garbage, but in the movie setting, it completely works and it's kind of badass. But that's all I have. It's your turn. Black.
All right. So this week in gaming, the stuff that I noticed is Dragon Age Inquisition. They've got a DLC coming out. I'm not going to call it an expansion because with the length of their DLCs only being an hour, 2 hours, those aren't expansions. This one may be different. It's called crap. I can't remember what it's called, but it's supposed to be the closing, to the story, things that happen after the epilogue of the game. If it ends up being an actual content-rich DLC, more like an expansion, I'll get it. If it's not, like a lot of the other stuff that they've released for the game, I'll wait for the Witcher 3's expansion, which comes out in October. Its first expansion. It'll have another one in the spring of next year, I think March. So
that game, Inquisition, is actually on GameFly to buy for like $15, and
that's a good price. That's a good price.
Yeah.
You definitely may like that. So there's that. Also, something got pushed to March. Yes. So they released the release date for the new Deus Ex game. That'll be like March 16th. It's like everything's coming out in 2016. The Division is like March of 2016. What else? XCOM 2 got pushed back to 2016. It was supposed to come out in November. So, the for the rest of the gaming year, the stuff I'm looking for the remainder of 2015, it'll be Fallout 4, Metal Gear 5, which comes out today, Star Wars Battlefront.
Boo!
Yeah, I know. No single player campaign. So yeah, I know.
God damn it! I was really excited about it too, and for you to bust my bubbles 2 weeks ago about how it's multiplayer only, and I was like, "Oh my god, this game actually looks pretty good." I'm not a Star Wars fan, but this looks like a game I could get into. Looks like a Star Wars world I could get into. No fucking story. They're just going after each other.
That's it, man. Well, and I am worried about EA's making it. So I'm trying to figure out if the game will be worth it, how content rich it'll be before they start trying to milk you for DLCs and season passes.
Well, the developers are still the team from Battlefield. I want you to check out the show Mr. Robot.
I've seen that. Is it good? Oh, I was gonna watch that show on
Humans?
Kombat X, the one that you said was Tyrant.
Tyrant.
Are you still watching that?
No, I haven't watched the current season. To me, Tyrant was fun. There's a lot of things that are not realistic or consistent about it, but it's engaging show, as in the cliffhangers are really good. I implore you to check out Mr. Robot. That's the best show I've seen this year. And new show. It's really, really well done, and the story is really engaging. It's a good nerd out kind of storyline and world that it's about hacking. It's really good.
Okay.
Have you seen any of it or heard of it?
I've heard of it. Seen a lot of previews on it. I watched Graceland on the same network, so I see a lot of advertisements for it.
All right, yeah, dude, you'll get a kick out of it. It's really well done.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it for me. Oh, and I also got the new Miss Marvel series. But Amazon, after I ordered volumes 1, 2, and 3, because I haven't read any of them, after they ship this, I get a message saying we're still waiting for volume 1 to be in stock. So I have 2 and 3, and I was like, mother shit, I can't read this.
Why'd you order them in paperback when you normally order everything on Kindle?
Because I heard these were really good, and I want, like, extremely good. And I want kind of a collector's version of stuff that is supposed to be awesome, especially considering the Miss Marvel just got the Hugo Awards for Best Graphic Novel. You know, Hugo Awards are like the science fiction awards.
Right.
So they got the Miss Marvel, and they had Saga on there as a nomination, and a couple others that I'm quasi-reading because they're serialized. I'm not getting into it too much, even though this is serialized too. But there's enough material now that there's 4 volumes now. I jumped on it, and plus the Kindle version was like $20, and Amazon had these on sale for $9, $8 per volume.
Okay.
So I jumped on that. So I pretty much got all 3 for $30.